Hi everybody, Allie here with Aubrey's Bead Closet, and I'm here today to give you some tips for caring for your ABC necklaces. We have here our Life's a Peach necklace that I'm going to be using to demonstrate and point out a couple things. The first thing is you don't want your necklaces to get wet. That means both water or saliva. So the top of the tassels and the spacer beads aren't going to hold up well to those things. They can tarnish. So just not having them near water. And if you have a teether, they're not recommended for teething necklaces for several reasons, but that's definitely one of them. The cord also shouldn't get wet. For adjusting your cord, you want to make sure that you never let these knots touch. There should always be at least 1 inch between the knots. If the knots touch, you're going to risk losing the adjustable feature of your necklace, and we don't want that. You also are going to want to adjust from within this inner loop for the best results. It's going to put the least strain on the cord and knots and give them the most longevity. So to adjust from the inner, that's also why it's important to not get them closer together than 1 inch so that you always have this loop to work with. To adjust from within the loop, you're just going to hold and pinch one of these knots here and then move the cord from within that loop to shorten them up. So you're just going to adjust from within that loop rather than just yanking on the knots on the side. I think the tendency for people is to just take your necklace, put your wrists out and start pulling, and that's really tough on the cord and the knots. There's a lot of friction that happens there, and they're just not going to hold up well with that kind of yanking. So if you're gently adjusting from within this loop, and it doesn't mean you have to baby the necklaces, it just means that they are still leather, it is still cord, and there's a certain amount of, there's certain things you can do to just ensure that they stay looking nice. And then you can just gently push these knots up back into that loop to shorten them. And then this is why you want to make sure that these knots don't touch the top so that you always have that loop to work with. I don't let the knots get too much closer than that because then I can open that loop up to pull and to adjust from the inner loop. So that first time I went to pull, I was pulling the wrong piece. One cord isn't going to move and one is. So if you're starting to pull from that loop and it's not budging, you've got the wrong cord you're pulling with. You want to switch to the other one. And adjusting from this loop is just much more gentle on the cord and on the knots. So those are some tips for caring for your ABC necklaces. We also recommend to hang them rather than putting them in a drawer or anything so that the tassels don't fan out too much. And that's about it. Keep in mind that these are necklaces being worn for children. They can still be broken with rough play, just like clothes can get stains and tear. Necklaces can as well. We make them as strong as possible, but they're not invincible. We have a 30-day policy on cord breaking, so if you break a cord within 30 days, just send it back to us and we'll repair it for free. After the 30 days, there's a nominal fee to restring the cord for you. And we also try to help out as much as possible with damaged beads and things if anything happens, if they take center stage in an art project or anything like that. Just contact us via email. Please don't reach out via social media in regards to repairs. Our email at aubreysbeadcloset@gmail.com is the best way to reach us if you need any help with your necklaces. Thanks so much. Have a great day, everybody.